So when I was about 17 years old, I was helping my dad and I were helping my sister move. She was moving into an apartment, and she had a Ford Bronco 2, which is at that time was like a smaller SUV. And I loved to drive it because it was a standard transmission. Now, for some of you younger folks, that meant you had to manually control what gear it went into. And that was a vehicle that I learned how to drive, a standard transmission vehicle. And I loved it. I thought it was fun. I was trying to perfect the art. And so in helping her move, my dad had borrowed a trailer from one of his buddies at work. Now, the only vehicle that we had to haul this trailer was my sister's Bronco 2. So the trailer was attached to the back of the Bronco. And I remember one day, or during this move, we had parked it in our driveway. We had kind of a circular driveway, and we needed to pull it forward. And I said, I'll go take care of it. So I ran out front and I jumped in the car. And now, if you've never driven a trailer, it doesn't follow the exact line of the vehicle. It'll go a little like this when you turn things. So we're in a curved driveway. Oh, and this had some wheel wells that stuck out on either side of it. Oh, and one more thing. Where I grew up, the house that we had tons of trees all around. And in particular, there was one right next to the driveway. So I hopped in, turned the car in, put it in gear, and off I went, boom! And then it was silent. And I realized, what did I just do? And I jumped out and I looked, and the wheel well of the trailer had hit a tree very hard, busted the fender part loose, and was hanging there and put a big gash in the tree. And I thought, oh boy, I hope my dad remembers that I am his beloved son. See, that's today's word, beloved. Beloved, beloved. And for me, that word reminds me of Jesus' baptism. After he's baptized, the Holy Spirit descends on him, and we hear this voice that says, hey, you're my son, you are the beloved. And in that instant, I was like, man, I hope my dad remembers that I am beloved and that he does not destroy me. And when he came out, I said, Dad, oh boy, I hit a tree. What do you say to your dad? I hit a tree with your friend's trailer. My bad. And we looked at it, and I thought for sure I was going to be in trouble. And he looked at me, and he had like a twinkle in his eye. And he said, well, I guess we'll learn a little bit about trailers, and we'll fix this, and it'll be okay. And I remember that sense of, I'm beloved. And I want you today, to think about ways that you know and that you sense that you are beloved. Now for me, it was knowing that I messed up really bad, but my dad didn't take it out on me. He knew it was an accident. He said, let's learn from this and let's move on. And then I think though in my life now, what are ways that I know I'm beloved? It's maybe the way our spouse looks at us, or our kids look at us, or our family, our friends, the way people tell us things about us that they really enjoy, all those things. And those are important because we all need to know that we're beloved. And now I want to challenge you to realize that all people are God's beloved children. And what are ways that we can help others know that they are beloved? So I want you can go back and read the story of Jesus' baptism. You find it in Luke 3, if you would like to give that a look. But then think of ways that you can help people know that they're beloved. Is it that you're just there to listen? Is that you give a friend a call to check in on them? Maybe just send a text message. Hey, how are you doing? Maybe send them a note. I prayed for you. Be sure you did pray for them if you tell them that. Maybe it's someone that that needs a hug, that you're on that level with them, and you can give them a hug. I challenge you to find ways. Think about ways that you're beloved, and then find those ways to help others know that they are beloved. Happy Advent.